This convoy is leaving the Peruvian city of Andaluayas for the capital Lima as part of massive anti-government protests. Demonstrators from all over Peru have been heading to Lima since the weekend, even as a state of emergency was extended to try to maintain order. The decree suspends constitutional rights such as freedom of transit and freedom of assembly. It applies to several cities and regions.
We're scared, but we have courage. Determination and justice drive us. We don't know what'll happen in Lima. We don't know how the police will act.
We are Cusco. We are the historic capital of Peru, and so we must go to the capital of the republic to set things right.
The farmers who are on their way to Lima have the objective of getting this woman to resign. We will fight to the end to defend what belongs to us, to defend Peru.
The woman is Dina Boluarte, who's been president of Peru for the last 41 days. She's reshuffled her cabinet in an attempt to placate protesters' demands for her to resign and call early elections. In a speech on Friday, she apologised for protesters' deaths and she blamed fringe groups for the unrest.
Some voices coming from the violent and radical groups demand my resignation, bringing people to chaos, disorder and destruction. I say to them responsibly that I will not step down. My commitment is to Peru and not to this tiny group that is hurting our homeland.
The protests began last month after Boluarte's predecessor, Pedro Castillo, was removed from office then detained for illegally trying to dissolve Congress. But they've snowballed since then. Many of the angry and sometimes violent protests have played out in key southern mining regions. Human rights groups accuse police and soldiers of using excessive force, including live ammunition and dropping tear gas from helicopters. Authorities say protesters, mostly in Peru's southern Andes, have used homemade weapons and explosives against them. This large protest in Lima on Saturday seemed more belligerent than violent. But their anger is palpable, and they're not going away. Claire Herriot, TRT World.